Jason, is we ready?
Yes, sir.
Dez, is you ready?
Yes, sir.
Hey, hey, bro. Hey, Lincoln, bro. Are you ready?
Yeah, bro. I'm ready, bro.
How you feel, bro?
I'm good, bro. It's Saturday. I was kind of.
All right. Enough. It's on me.
All right, I thought you wanted to know how
it's on me, man. Y'all tuned into the OETKB podcast. We old enough to know better and young enough not to give a fuck. I already asked this nigga, how y'all doing?
You asked me too?
I'm good.
I did. I asked it.
This nigga
I just asked you if you was ready. I think.
Okay, Jason, how are you?
I'm good. I'm tired, sick.
I just, I'm fresh off a kid's birthday party a couple hours ago. I left there, came here. So I'm like, my like vibe is off. Like I'm coming down into like podcast mode from like daddy mode and like kid friendly, like ran up to me, nasty, sticky fingers, caring about, I'm just coming off that mode. So, excuse me, gentlemen, if I'm not on, I'm trying to let y'all ingratiate me with, the frequency we supposed to be on, man. So where we at, man? How we doing?
We good, man.
Good.
How y'all feel to finally have a podcast out?
Amazing, bro.
Relieved.
I've been pressing this nigga for a minute, like, yo, we got to drop. And he's like, oh, man, I want it to be super perfect.
I'm like, nigga, I just told 8 people that we were dropping Monday.
It's not, no. I never had the ideal of being like super perfect, yes, but I was kind of being, the mad scientist. Have I led my niggas astray?
You ain't led me astray, but
fishing,
that's all I'm saying, man. Y'all just gotta just there's a method to the madness. Just trust your boy one time. So to this week, I kind of told y'all like halfway through the week, I kind of threw a wrench in the system. So that's my bad. You know what I'm saying? So
that's why you gonna lead.
We had a subject, but for the listeners out there, I always try my hardest not to get at the low hanging fruit. I always try to get to that deeper, the underlying thing.
Trying to open your third eye?
Yeah, man.
Trying to decalcify your pineal gland, my brother?
Hey, that sounds sexual. Like,
hey, it could have been, nigga.
I know it's not, bro, but I don't know. I feel like if a nigga asks me about my pineal gland, I'll be like, he made me flirt with him. I don't know.
Bro, that's what I'm like, bro. What is homophobia? I'm supposed to be scared of a nigga that might want to fuck me? No, I'm not scared of you. That's not a real thing, bro.
No, but I think it's just a vulnerability because I don't know if I said that. No, it won't be the last time it's heard, but I honestly think niggas are so homophobic because we still wired like niggas. So we know every single female we pass, whether it be, if she not related to us, it's like, on, what's that fucking movie, Hangover? When homeboy doing the numbers, the math, and he just, that's how, if 1,000 women walked in here right now, it's like a cash register going on. Like, I'm giving everybody numbers. It's everything sexual, whether, you perverted to what level or not. But I just assume that gay niggas do the same thing
to us.
Like, why not?
So how is that threatening? Why would I have a phobia?
But I think that's why niggas, or at least me, it's because it's like, oh, I don't want you. Like, well, shit. Like,
well, yeah, nigga, I know.
It's like, because I don't want her, but I thought about it already. You know what I'm saying?
That's that you didn't want. Niggas going out and think about what they say about females. Like, oh, I fuck the shit out of her.
But
and a nigga said that about you like 12 minutes ago.
And to me, that's where my homophobia comes from. I'm not homophobic, but I had to realize, why am I so uncomfortable? Or what's this weird feeling that when I'm around them, and I was like, why? That was the best.
Because he wanted to fuck. Oh, you think women feel like that all the time around us? Ooh.
I don't know. I feel like one of our obstacles, or I'm gonna say obstacles, but one of the things that I want to accomplish with the podcast, with being 4 niggas on here of the same age and somewhat similar backgrounds. I know our views can sometimes get a little one-sided, a little narrow-minded. We can all have different perspectives, but it's a lot of shit that we're gonna agree on. So I kind of want to make sure that people are well represented, especially like almost exclusively women, especially our sisters. Hey, queens, how y'all doing?
Nubian queens.
So I mean, if you ever feel unrepresented or misrepresented on this podcast, holla at your boy.
Yeah, DM me. We can have a real conversation.
We can figure this thing out together.
Yeah, together.
But right here, right now, there is a woman in the wings. So what was the question? Is that how y'all feel? Do y'all feel like we just?
She said, hell yeah.
Do y'all feel like meat?
Is that like heterophobia for y'all?
Come on, let's sit right here. Tell us it right here. Come on. And we'll just move the mic over.
Tell you now, yes.
Really?
Yes. When I just walked in, there was 4 niggas outside, and I just felt them looking at me.
They probably did.
Hey,
knowing them niggas, they probably did.
Hey, you were right.
100%.
I know all of them. Yeah.
You were 100% accurate in your assumptions, but we are so far off topic. Let's try to ring it back in. Where will we go with this episode? What is my lyric? Oh, overcharging niggas for what we did to the Cold Crush. Pay us like you owe us for all the years that you hold us. All right, that's all I got right now.
You have a serious J bias.
We really got way too many Hove lyrics.
For real.
Yeah.
I just want to be his drummer.
But because it's so easy for me when I'm thinking of this shit, it's kind of whatever. Today I kind of want to address my issues with entitlement and some of the personal things that are plaguing me. And it's kind of, well, let me think about this. Backtrack. It's when I can think of every instance to where I am unhappy, displeased, unsatisfied. It is because my expectations were not met. Can y'all relate to that? Is that the driving factor? Is that
I think that's the root cause of entitlement is expectations.
So for me, I have to ask myself, what's the issue here? Are my expectations too high? And we also kind of gotta separate the expectation part from the entitlement part. So expectations, I feel like, I don't want to pull out Webster's or anything, but I feel like expectations are like fair. Like it is fair for you to feel like that or feel like this is coming, something warranted. Entitlement for me, and y'all chime in and give y'all outlook as well, but entitlement for me will be something that's like kind of like unearned or like
something you work for.
Or not work for, or you just feel like should be bestowed upon you because
you're alive. Yeah.
And a lot of that time it'll be something that you didn't necessarily input on or force or control. You just think that it's supposed to fortune cookie type shit where it's just supposed to ta-da magically appear. Yeah. If you chase it, it's a sin. But if you fall in your lap,
it's a blessing. Thank you, Jesus.
But what was I? As far as just me personally, I a lot of it falls on me as far as it's like my principles, my like what I believe in. So like I think like I am entitled to like a certain level of respect from people. I don't know, am I wrong in that?
How much of that you think is arrogance? That was supposed to be funny, Chad. But that's a real question.
I really feel it. But the thing, is it arrogance?
I don't think it's entitlement. I think it's an expectation. You expect respect from people.
But at the same time, I'm willing to give it. So it's not like I'm just, So
okay, I guess if you're giving it, then you want it back in return.
But I don't feel like that's entitlement. I feel like that's still expectation.
So is this just like, should that be like across the board? Everybody should kind of feel that way?
I mean, I feel like everybody should feel like they should be respected. I think where entitlement goes into is like, oh, I can disrespect you, but motherfucker, you better respect me. That's entitlement.
Okay, I think that's good. I be feeling like I get on an elevator, if I give some motherfucker like the good morning or that acknowledge your existence and you look through me,
I'm punching you in the face.
Fuck up my day because I don't want to hurt you because I'm so slighted at the fact, and that's something very like happens to me. I go at the elevator 3-4 times a day, so on a regular I'm dealing with this shit, and you'll run into some people who are fucking too fucking friendly and want to fucking
talk your ear off,
bruh.
Is it the same? Like when I have Lincoln, he like to speak to people. So when he speak to people and they don't speak back, I'm like, yo, my nigga, put your phone down.
That's how I feel when I'm with my niece. She the
Cause my
same
nigga be
way.
like waiting for you, be like, hi.
Yeah.
Wait for his high back. Like,
They'll be
he's not
shaking
gonna give me a
somebody's
high.
hand on something and be like,
Yeah, nigga, reach in your pocket and shake your hand for you. Better put
he'll go in your shit.
No, I don't know if is that regular? Like,
I mean, I think it's. I mean, I've been told that I don't speak to people when I go by them, but I always feel like, okay, like at what point in time do I stop speaking to people? Like if I see you right 5 minutes ago, then I see you again, am I supposed to continue to speak to you?
No, you just look down at
Or like,
your phone.
can I brush by you? Like at what point in time does does your expectation go away of niggas gotta say something to you? Is this just the initial interaction, or like?
I definitely don't think so. Hey man, that first initial sign of like that's all I need. That's me personally.
Yeah, I don't really need too much.
I'm not trying to catch up with you. Ain't shit happen from the bathroom to you when you walk back when we pass each other again. That's neither here nor there. Now I brought up the greeting thing just because it's just something entry level. If I got it bad to where like if I lend money and you know they say don't lend money if you don't need it, I cannot need it. I can have lost that shit 10 times over and whatever. But if I see you are borrowing money, quote unquote, and I see any kind of funny activity from you,
like them buying something to eat, nigga.
Like eating,
eating, paying your bills.
My nigga got a fresh pair of shoes, and you like, motherfucker.
No, like haircuts.
No,
I think they get a haircut.
No, nigga, that is not a necessity.
I'm looking like all your fucking hygiene shit better be travel size. And I cannot need it, but I feel like out of respect, you shouldn't feel like I feel like that's a slight to me. Like, nah, fuck him. We going to Papa those. That's how I feel. I don't know if that's like.
No, I mean that's just how you feel because you know what it took for you to do that favor for that person.
So I guess it's like,
is that me being controlling?
No, it's like when you give them money, right? When you give somebody money, do y'all really have a conversation on the timeline of when you supposed to get this back, or do you expect a nigga like, hey, if I loan you a dub, as soon as a dub come back to you, it needs to be transferred back to me.
Nah,
that's how
niggas will never let you put a time and date on when they supposed to pay you back.
No, yeah,
they be like, give me like a week and a half, and then god damn, let me get it.
I'll be feeling some type of way, bro. And the thing is that I'm not a selfish person. I just don't like. I would give and give and give. Once I feel like the respect ain't there, like
that doesn't make you selfish.
I'd be like, what the fuck? Like,
I mean, I think. Do you feel like that's just with money, or do you feel like that's with like other things? Like if you loan somebody a controller or something,
your
or
car. If
like
you loan somebody your car, fill the tank up, B. You bring it back.
Y'all, bro, niggas definitely ain't filling no tank.
Nah,
somebody borrowed my car.
You might have less gas.
It's supposed to be 5 minutes. Came back an hour later and told me it's because they wanted to put gas in my car and couldn't figure out what a fucking tank was.
I mean, just so y'all know, if y'all look at y'all little gas tank on y'all car, it got an arrow that tell you what side it's on and everything.
Learned that like 2 years ago. Did not know that.
Hey, bro, I need the more you know to pop up.
Yeah.
So yeah, somebody, I just So let's get into the entitlement side. So y'all know I got issues with like certain siblings of mine, and I really feel like a lot of it comes from
That's why you got homophobia. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you rock, dude.
I can firsthand see people not reach their full potential due to entitlement, to where they feel like they don't have to try as hard or do as much or be the best that they can be because somebody else is there to pick up their pieces or somebody will pick up their pieces, and I feel like it's kind of stifling people.
For sure. I think our younger siblings have that relationship with our parents a lot. Just they get the most lenience. They don't have to really do anything around the house. If you got older siblings in the house, they pretty much doing everything.
They gotta take care of it. Hey.
Yeah, we might make the little brother go do this, but once he tell mama you told him to make you do, like, nah, he ain't doing this shit no more. So I think it's the what you gonna say?
No, I'm listening.
Oh no, I think it's the same thing. The little brother complex, the youngest sibling.
Are you the youngest sibling? You the youngest sibling, right? How you feel about that?
It's pretty much facts.
Damn, nigga, you thought I was alright. When I ever lead you astray, my nigga?
He said it like, shit, I guess it's true. Like,
Because I was like, I didn't really have to do shit till I moved out. And
That's
that
what
was
I'm
like,
saying.
I was pretty spoiled.
It isn't
I ain't
wrong with
gonna lie.
that, but
So-
you gotta have that balance.
Exactly, no, because like at the same time, my parents still was like disciplined, so it's not like I ever
So-
took advantage of it.
Yeah.
How
But I know-
how are you coming off of or battling certain entitlements?
Shit, working in general. I was lazy because I didn't have to do shit. Like all of high school, I was at home chilling, playing video games, listening to music. So then when I graduated, I'm like, oh, real world out here. Took some time to get used to having. You got to get a job. You got to work your way up. All that.
You gotta pay bills.
Pay bills, everything.
I guess, how do you feel like entitlement is really stifling your sibling? Like, at what aspect in her life do you feel like it's?
I was
No,
not
he's
just to
a-
her.
I know you talking about in his life.
It's-
Do you
it's-
feel? Do you feel like
there's
it's?
a divide. It's like it's some of them are, some of them aren't. But the entitlement is just I think it's more so like knowing that a security blanket is there. It's like they are entitled to free fall and somebody's gonna catch them. So they live without regard as opposed to like,
Someone who
being
has-
an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Someone
this-
just who doesn't have that support system.
And
I mean, I think that's generational though.
I don't know.
No.
Okay, so
Because I
what?
did the same
Hold on,
thing.
no.
Okay,
I was similar.
Let him explain.
I think that's generational because, man, I think about it like, just think about like when we were in high school, right? Everybody wanted a license. Like, you getting your 16, I want my whip, I want a license. I don't care what gotta happen, I'm getting a license.
Bad bitch.
My little cousin, she's 19. She still don't have a license. And I think that is the weirdest shit ever. Because she feel like somebody gonna take her somewhere.
Yep.
Is she
Like,
Uber?
Neither one of my
She Uber and Lyft, but it's like you paying $20. That's a fucking full tank of gas.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just like, that's why I say I think it's generational because of these new like Gen X, Gen Z, whatever they call it, man, y'all niggas is weird. Like, it's just like
Hey,
and-
they click the least. That's what don't matter. You're not gonna.
Hey,
You're not
bro,
gonna
you
offend
sitting
them.
there, he already said you was gonna be the old daddy. You on here sound like the old nigga. You on here just
no,
bitching.
bro, but it's just like, bro,
Already.
but what you're saying is one of the siblings that I know you're speaking of is a part of that group.
It go both ways, dog. I one older, one younger.
But that's why I asked you what specifically you feel like stifling them, because I think the thing that you're saying is stifling the younger one is not the same thing that's stifling the older one.
I couldn't agree with that. I think I never want to get to a point to where we pointing fingers. I want to dig up on some of our dirt. I'll lead the way. While you guys think about stuff that entitles you,
Oh, I know shit that I'm
I'm a
entitled
middle
to.
child. I already know.
I can
I'm
run a
entitled
list
to
of shit
everything, nigga.
that I'm entitled to.
I think as someone in a committed relationship and
Boo.
I'm faithful as all I get
Boo.
out, and I feel like I'm a great father.
My nigga nose growing like a bitch.
He not. He said he's a great father. He don't cheat. That's a black man. I don't know what else.
Hey man, my shit. I was born this way, man. We just got that nose, man. We just out here like that. I think we all, man. You gotta look at the family tree. I think I am entitled to vagina on command. I feel like where we at on time?
Hey, deeper. Hey,
I got an hour on this, nigga.
Where we at on time? Because I feel like it's time to take it up a notch.
Hey,
I feel like
let's talk about it, bro.
I feel like as I really.
I'm
I
not gonna
don't,
refute any of
I
that.
don't know how much better of a spouse I could be. So,
Talk that shit, nigga. Hey, you know, just tag me in when you ready, bro.
I was just chilling. That's how we started.
Tag me in, bro. I'm sitting like the rest of like, you got it, brother.
maniac on the But it's just like, and I don't feel, it's not fair. She could be sleepy and stressed and have to work and get up and, I don't know, get the kids ready. And
I don't fuck about none of that.
I don't be trying to
So?
like, I feel like that is my biggest entitlement right now. I'm not trying to hear none of that shit ever.
You want to know how that is? Like when my wife say something to me, and she be like, "Oh, I gotta do this." My favorite word is "and." Okay.
JG Whitworth commercial.
Hey, that's a fighting word, bro. My nigga, you just say "and" like that. We finna fight, my nigga. You don't. I'm arguing with you.
Hey, my wife works 16-hour shift. She get home like 11, 12 o'clock. I'm like. I gotta be at work in 6 hours. All right.
Okay. Then I would like. Okay. I got you. I got you.
Like okay. Well, like it's a lot of shit that I gotta do.
I'm telling you,
and shit don't happen.
That JG Whitworth commercial, bro. It's
mine. I want it now.
It's mine. It's my ass, and I want it now.
Bruh, I'm going through an issue right now with entitlement because, as I was telling Link earlier, I'm trying to buy a house, right? Trying to buy a house, and we was looking at houses, and like a lot of these houses now have this like upstairs game room, like you just walk upstairs and it's just like a big ass space.
Yeah.
And so she's like, "Oh, this your man cave," and I'm
No.
like, "Nigga, what?"
If you can walk into it with free access, it's not a man cave.
Thank
Exactly.
you.
I need a hat.
And so
I need change.
She like, "You need a door?"
Yes.
I'm like,
Yes.
"Nigga, yes." She's like, "What's so?" Like you acting like I can't go in there. I said I ain't say you couldn't go in there, but I want to be able to slam that bitch if I want to. I want to be able to close it and be to myself. I want to
I want to be able to lock you out. Just say that. I want to be able to lock you out and not talk to you for an hour.
Joe, that you put like you got to get access to that bitch.
Like we walking in,
Nigga, just hold his eye
I
open.
will unregister your shit if you fucking act stupid.
iris scanners, the whole shebang.
Like
Your shit gonna have clear on it, like
Hey, yo.
like the airport.
pre-check before you get in there. But like that's one of them things. I'm like I mean, I feel like I'm entitled to that. Like I'll give you whatever you want in the house. You can paint the house pink. I don't give a fuck. But that one room, just let it be me. Like just let it be me.
Nah, bro.
Like and she like, but what if it don't match the house? And I'm like, nigga,
How does a man cave not match the house?
My
Like
nigga, fucking Bruce Wayne had a whole motherfucking
Underground layer.
basement. My nigga, Alfred can do whatever the fuck he wanted upstairs. Bruce didn't give a fuck. But the basement, whatever the fuck designated spot, you don't have to match the house. It just have to be yours.
Ain't nobody about to go in there unless I take them in there anyway.
Yeah, bro.
Their fingerprints not gonna work.
So where you at, man? What entire issues? Oh, we supposed to be saying each other's names because they don't know us.
I'm Lincoln.
I'm Des.
No,
I'm Des.
when I refer to you, I should go. So Desmond in this house
so
that could be pink or
He enunciated the
No,
fuck
yeah,
out of my
I
name.
know.
He even said the D at the end of my name. That niggas don't ever say.
just for the people, just so they can know who we are. And they say you don't talk enough.
Yeah, I know.
But
But
My nigga be chilling,
me
bro.
in real life.
My nigga
It's
chill,
like-
bro.
In real life, if you meet me, I'm gonna sit here and listen.
How much do you want? You got 3 of us. Jesus.
First thing I got back is you say bitch too much. I was like, ooh, I do kind of say bitch too much.
I've been saying
Bitch.
it on the pod. We gotta,
When I listen, I'm like, it's a lot of niggas, but I don't really care. But I know other people.
we a lot of niggas.
Exactly.
I mean,
But I ain't care about
I almost cussed at my grandma's funeral on the microphone. that's just how I'm giving it up. I mean, like, if my mom, I bullshit y'all not. If my mom was aside of just saying I'm entitled to a vagina,
And using the word bitches.
no, I would definitely be saying bitches.
Oh, I definitely say bitch.
But I wouldn't refer to you. I didn't say bitch when y'all was referring to y'all wives, y'all significant others.
I mean, because my wife. I mean, that's different.
That's the
They listen.
Don't contemplate. Look, niggas get real stuttery, nigga.
It's like they listen.
Nah, that was a
they,
hold
they,
up.
they listen to this, so I gotta be like, dang. I say the other B word, dang.
I was what was I doing the other night? She was like, you know how you like listen to music in the shower?
Oh yeah,
And you
get
be
my shit
jamming,
off.
you be in another world. She was listening to the fucking podcast. Like I heard myself coming through the fucking through the steam of the shower. And I was like, man, can you listen to this on the way to work like a normal motherfucker?
That shit is weird as fuck.
Please.
I didn't know she fucked with the pod. Shout out to Trent.
I think she just doing some reconnaissance.
Yeah,
I don't
nah.
think she just.
I feel
think
Chelsea
she-
doing halfway the same
I
thing. She
think
listened
she
to it while
on
she was working out.
on her-
See, why can't women
Because
really
she didn't
support?
even
Can we
finish.
talk about that? Why can't women really support us? Y'all don't want to talk about that?
She on her Tom Clancy on this. she ain't give a fuck about what we talking about. She just trying to work. Yeah.
What you say?
Hold on.
I don't remember
Hit
that
back
bitch.
10 button. Hold on, what the fuck you say?
Excuse me, at 37 minutes.
Look, we didn't say each other's names. You don't know who that was.
Yeah, maybe you need to stick to the script and just talk freely. I'm not gonna identify you. Don't identify me. And give me plausible deniability at any moment. We may need that.
I got a question, right?
You
was talking about earlier how since me and you are in relationships, we feel like we're entitled to pussy, right?
Mm-hmm. No, it's not just any relationship. Y'all build
build
my case. Because
we ain't committed.
I'm committed.
Committed.
I am a great father. I am a great
I ain't a father yet.
I
But
just say I'm a black man. Those things are associated.
Hey, but I'm like,
I want my
really
ring proudly.
good at parenting my kids and being there for her. That's why.
Good provider.
What he said.
Exactly.
But Link,
You do your job.
since you are, technically.
A free man.
Hey,
Nigga, bro. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Look out for your boy. Nah, I'm good. I'm good money.
We just gonna have a little edit point.
No, I'm good money.
But since
The
you
last
got a
chick I went
relationship-
ghost on, she got a new nigga now. So
I guess it's like, okay, like at what point in time do you feel like you entitled? Please don't. Okay, like we're not. Hold on. We're not talking about
me because
we're not talking about like, hey, as a
I
man,
feel.
we understand we're men, and we're not really saying like, hey, we're entitled.
like
to
nobody.
No.
Let's make that clear.
Nobody's property.
We're talking about expectations. Yeah, we gotta play semantics.
There we go. There we go.
Difference between expectation and entitlement.
What we talking about?
Ooh.
Expectations and entitlement. I have the expectations.
Yes.
No,
Of
I'm
a
entitled.
Hey, no. To be honest, I feel like y'all would be entitled. Y'all put in real work.
Y'all like
me.
work.
Y'all walk in public with them. Y'all kiss them in the mouth. Like y'all do the real shit. So y'all are really entitled. I'm not. Like after.
You ever woke up to a chick with a bonnet on every day, bro? That shit
every
ain't
day.
easy.
No,
But
hey, bro.
See, that's why I don't need
I'm
it.
not gonna lie. I may hear about this later, but this is just y'all my niggas. And if y'all listen to this pod, I feel like y'all deserve a little peace. I miss the bonnet. Trinity does not wear one. Instead, she comes to bed like a wet fucking puppy dog every night with wet fucking hair.
This is the last episode.
Look at too much. He gonna be done. Like, I can't record no more. I'm sorry.
She does. You know, she
Edit point.
So would you prefer? Would you prefer the do-rag?
No, I miss dry pillowcases. That's what the fuck I miss. And like, the her side, my side, that shit is like real. Cause like, I mean, you shouldn't have to sleep on the wet spot unless, you know what I'm saying? You earned it.
Yeah.
You earned the wet spot.
What's the nigga from Friday? Like Pinky's, that's that nigga name? That's like,
Yeah.
she be coming to bed.
Bro, she come to bed like, no, slick back, just in one swoop of all her hair.
Water?
Like a Russian?
I don't know. I can't get a visual picture of a Russian.
It's like Mystique.
Yeah, like,
Okay.
like my nigga, geeky ass, super nerd. That boy came with that was perfect though. See, that's how we got. That's
Hey,
why.
he talked to. He gave.
Exactly.
Yeah, my nigga. Tell my
And
nigga.
that's why it's 4 of us. Yeah, like Mystique, her shit just be like, swoop, and it'd be like a fucking.
You would make noise like when she like rub it, dude. Like, it sound like macaroni and cheese getting messed with, bro. Like,
No, not quite. I'm not gonna lie. Her hair smells nice, but the pillowcases are always wet. And then shit, sometimes she like want to be close. I'm like,
And then your shirt
Yeah,
all
my
wet.
it'd be like,
yeah, you wet.
okay, bro. Answer the question, bro. I ain't gonna let you out of it, bro. When
Yo, you don't have to let. When do I feel entitled?
You expect it? Like, I guess what work do you feel like you got to put in? You like, all right, bro. Bet, like,
Bro, I'm trash, nigga. After 17 text messages, I better my nigga, like my fingers tired. 18th one better be like, come through. If not, bro, I'm done, bro. Nah, for real. Every woman that I've dealt with, I've like taken out on multiple dates. Not everyone, but most of them, multiple dates. And
So you
a wine and dine type nigga.
I am
bro.
a wine and dine, but it's not for the woman. It's only because I want to do the stuff. Like if I want to try a new restaurant, or if it's a movie I want to go see, and I'll be like, hey, you want to go see this movie with me? I like to watch Pretty Women when I'm doing stuff. So I would invite them with me and I'll pay for them.
I definitely do enjoy the energy. So if I was in your shoes, I definitely would like to, And then it's nothing like putting a woman onto new shit. Like
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
and then she thinks she cool when she goes to the
Oh,
next
bruh.
boyfriend with
Like
the cool shit.
music.
No, nigga, you're me. I'm you.
Say, like music,
Like music, bro.
I really stopped putting women on the music. I actually stopped trying to like correlate or try to connect. I tried to separate my music from my women, and I learned this like 12 years ago. There was this girl, and I really liked her a lot.
She had good hair.
And she had the baby hairs.
Oh,
What are you talking about?
that's throwback, bro.
Hip to ass ratio was
Ooh.
some
Doofy.
crazy, and I had a ringtone of a song I really liked.
Can we name the song? I'm curious as fuck.
No.
Best I ever had. Which I gay ass.
No. This was before that. This was.
Oh, what, 12 years ago? Yeah.
This was like, how old am I? This was about 12 years ago. Like this was like coming out of adolescence, maybe like middle school, maybe like high school.
Was it Wayne? Who was it?
It had to be what it was. What?
I don't remember the song.
This had to be what, 07?
Who else is popping back?
I
Yeah.
definitely remember the song.
Bro, what's the you know what's the song,
But
bro? What's the song, bro?
She was my ringtone, and like what? No, that song was my ringtone, and so now when the
It was
song,
definitely Kiss Me Through the Phone.
I was really thinking that's a big song.
but she ruined a great song, bro.
Huh.
Cause fuck her. That's how.
I feel it.
And
Because
so-
there's certain concerts I can't go to now.
It's certain thing, and I know it's a ton of women out there that I've won a lot of great music for, and for that, yes, that used to be my thing. I used to put women on.
Oh, yeah, you
music,
like-
and they like, oh shit, this song,
Bruh.
and now she got to think about me forever.
Let's see, it goes both ways.
Bro, mine's the opposite.
Nah, but that's just that. Hey, that's the game I play. If they out here thinking of when they think of Drake, they think of me or I don't know whoever the fuck. I definitely put some people on Drake. Around like what year was that?
09, 08.
Oh, I was on it. I was on it.
Yeah, that's when he was really singing and shit.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, I was
when he was on that
definitely
R&B for
harmonizing.
sure.
Yeah, I
with
would
the business.
definitely let them up. Like, they so far gone. They can't think of that without thinking of me. I
feel you.
Yeah, I
I got
definitely.
it. Bro,
What's
your
the
ass
Trey
might be in
Songz
trouble.
and Drake shit?
Oh, you talking about
Successful?
the successful?
The successful.
Nah,
you talking about Replacement
They
Girl?
had a whole bunch of like music shit together. I was like, hey, yeah, you know Trey Songz and then blah blah blah. I was out here. That was one of my bags I used to get into.
My bag is definitely the restaurant game, bro. Food,
That's
I'm the
my
bro. I be yelping that shit up. Like, hey, yeah.
I'm be trying to pay.
Nah. I'm on movies.
But that's what. Oh,
Put me on movies.
yeah. See, I'm a little bit of all of like I just like whatever.
Nah,
whatever mood
see, it's so much you can. You know what I'm saying? You can play a lot of songs throughout the day, man. You can eat 3 times a day. You probably see one film or two.
Exactly.
But I'm always on her mind.
This nigga is about to be in so much trouble with this
That's
shit.
what I'm saying, bro. Like I don't know how
So
many
you
more
got,
episodes we can do.
so bitches thinking of you now?
I don't care. I don't care if it was 12 years ago. You think I look like Mystique?
Hey, when the first thing then she gonna be spelling Mystique all wrong. She not gonna have not the slightest fucking clue.
Bro, what's
who Mystique
that
is.
little drink? It used to be called that little colorful drink, bro.
Four Loko?
No, bro, it was like a little juice, bro. It was like a Mystic or some shit.
Oh,
bro, that's what
yeah.
come up.
She gonna see the motherfucking the WNBA team. She gonna see the Mystics, nigga. She gonna find all type of shit besides the fucking we talking about. But I'm honestly, bro, I'm not too filtered. And I think that's why me and her work so well. She may have a little but I'm talking the same way as if she was.
Oh yeah.
I definitely would. I definitely would repeat all this to her. She may give me a little I don't know, little sass, but it ain't.
She's
it
a
ain't,
woman. It
It
don't
ain't rude or nothing. That's all I'm saying.
And what do you think that for you women and for me and you our significant others, what is
I am
what
confused.
Oh no! I was saying if I said women because
Yeah, 'cause
he's
he's
not
women,
tied
he's
down,
plural.
and for us, we have significant
okay.
others.
Okay.
What are things like how we say we feel like we expect or entitled to vagina? What is something that they can expect or should be entitled to from us, and you're cool with it?
I feel like it's
Yeah, until you added that last part. And I'm cool with it.
Yeah,
Oh, nigga.
that's the hard.
And
You should have told me this 2 days ago.
I don't think that
I don't have an answer.
Well, I can tell you, she has a habit of, it doesn't matter whatever the fuck it is, she's gonna ask me to do it. It could be, she could be walking upstairs and I can be already there in bed and she would ask me to go put the clothes in the washer and the dryer.
So reliability?
No, she just like, I am her like, don't feel like doing it.
She got that like that parent jump. When you
she got the hand me the remote.
Yeah, hey, hand me the remote, and you all the way downstairs. And
I don't do it half the time. Maybe like 25% of the time.
That's only for your ego.
But I do it every single time. But the fact that I even do it 25% of the time is why I feel like so like.
All right. You get that tap, bro. Hey, how you doing? What you feel like they can expect from you? I'm curious to hear because I have not dated in 9 years.
That's what I'm saying. Wow. I don't put myself in a position.
What's the dating scene out there like?
What is?
I don't know. I stay to myself. I might have a few people I talk to, but
so when you can't. So you got a couple of booty, like what you call it, booty buddies, or what is that? The
friends with benefits, booty calls.
What we talking about?
I've never heard this term. Bro.
You never heard booty buddies?
I've never heard of booty buddies. Bro.
That sounds like some. I'm not
exactly. That sounds different, bro.
I don't know what the people are saying nowadays.
What you call your silly?
Hey, where I'm from, they call them legs.
Legs.
So if you ever in the DMV area and you hear it say, "Oh, you got some legs with you," that means you got women.
We got to fight?
That means you got women.
Okay. I thought you got the hoes if you got legs.
I thought they was trying to tell you, hey, you thick, my nigga. Oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah, your ass look right in the Nike shorts.
Legs.
Oh, man. Yeah, bro.
Appreciate it.
Great sweatpants season.
It's not for you. That's not for you, sir.
Yeah, that'll be odd, but I guess, it's regional. I have to get ingratiated with that culture because I would definitely.
Well, okay, so I don't put myself in a position for anyone to expect anything from me.
How do you get ass?
Huh?
How do you get ass?
Hey, man.
That's what somebody's asking right now. I don't put myself in a position right now to get close to women or do anything or them to expect anything from me, but my dick don't be dry. How do you...
Hey, I mean, I got juice, B. You know
Especially when the first one we was giving this nigga so much praise for being that nigga at the kickback.
But that's what I'm saying. You know what I can. You see what I can do.
No,
but I just be chilling.
But you put yourself in this, bro. It's a situation for
niggas do different things. Like niggas will try to be whatever the female.
I was not giving this nigga praise.
He was.
I was more so stressed out because this nigga needs to. Hey man, just bring him out, bro. You got some legs. You see what I'm saying? Hey, I'm learning. I'm trying to get this nigga.
It's levels to relationships. Now, if this person is in trouble and they call you or something and they can't rely on you, they're not really expecting anything from you. If you're not talking to them every single day, y'all not seeing each other really seriously and talking about a future with each other or something, you're not going to expect anything. Because it's mutual. It's not just they don't expect anything from me. I don't expect anything from them either. But I am pretty generous, or we'll go out, I'll take care of the bill or whatever.
Let me ask you this. How many of these people, relationships or what have you, are they old relationships that have watered down to this, or are they new relationships and that's where y'all at now?
Both.
How do you manage a new relationship? I can definitely understand you got an old situation and then y'all drift apart, but y'all had already took that step and it was like, hey, let's go walking. Y'all take that step often. That's cool. I can get that. I think that's normal.
Mm-hmm.
But a new person and you meet new people, you have all these that new fresh
feeling,
thing and
the honeymoon stage.
Yeah, but you just gotta be honest. You have to understand when you're in that honeymoon stage and take a step back and be like, yo, I like this person too much. I shouldn't like you.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. This is stay detached. Okay, it is fucked up, but it's not. It's mutual most of the time.
But it's not mutual, bruh. How is it mutual if y'all both vibing and you like, nope, I like you too much, let me take a step back.
Well,
I'm not gonna lie and not say I haven't been in a similar situation.
No, I feel like we've all been in a situation where we were like, this probably ain't the best, but I don't feel like that's mutual.
You just have to.
I've been in situations where I feel like I like a person more than they like me,
and it's been vice versa.
I'd be like, yo, and then I fall back.
Because you don't want to look nuts.
Yeah, but I don't think I've ever been like, oh, everything is good going, and I just hit the brakes. You sound hurt,
Bro,
nigga.
you sound afraid of commitment,
no. Not afraid, just I ain't fucking with it right now.
You afraid of commitment, bro.
I'm not afraid of commitment.
But-
It's just I don't think I could give somebody a relate like the attention and time.
You just because you ain't.
He doesn't feel like he can give a
It's
queen what
all-
she deserves.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm trash right now. Like
Nah,
I'm still
bro,
working on myself.
But I'm
B.
gonna tell you, bro. Like,
That's the reason y'all toxic niggas getting with females and y'all don't even know yourselves, B.
but the issue, okay, bro. I feel like I had that same like ideology for the longest time. Like even when I was in a relationship, I was like, like it ain't for me. Like I can't give myself blah blah blah. But I'm gonna tell you, bro. You go the moment you know you ready to give your all to somebody or to a
it'll
person.
happen.
No, bro. It's when you think you ain't feeling them, and then they walk away, and you be like, damn, bro. Like
No,
I kind of was fucking with that person, and it hurt. Nah, bro. That ain't the
You
one.
ain't.
I just stay detached. Is my I don't attach myself to
But
anybody.
I do feel like if with being so detached from something or somebody, you can be missing something from that they got to offer.
Definitely.
So
I don't disagree with that. I'm avoiding it.
And I definitely I'm not trying to play Dr. Love over here and get you with somebody because I kind of still
Every time we talk about this, it sounds like
No,
that's exactly what y'all niggas are doing.
The last few episodes.
That's what I'm saying.
I
He
definitely-
definitely like he put me with his fan girl and everything. Like
No, I listen to you and the shit you be saying be like, I don't think you experienced it like the way it should be. And I'm just kind of an advocate for that. Like, I'm just trying to tell you there's hope.
Oh,
That's
bro,
it.
definitely.
I know there's hope.
There's hope for you. But I do want to like live vicariously through y'all.
That's what I'm doing. It's not for me
But
at
I don't
all.
think- but you're
it's
not-
for my niggas.
But you ain't giving it up. Like,
Nah, bro.
I would be. I'm
Bro,
not
okay,
gonna lie to you.
when y'all go on a date, if you go on a date with a chick, right?
Mhm.
Is she allowed to expect you to pay?
Yeah, but
At what time do you not feel like you should be like?
when she says I expect you to pay, then I'm like, all right, bitch. So
she-
it's cool. I'm gonna pay. But
So
you
you
have to say it,
So
my
when
nigga.
the chick is there, she just looking at you like,
she's looking at you like it's sliding across the table.
no, I know,
like,
she just looking at you like, that. Like
Nah,
what?
nah. She don't know what's gonna happen. Is she gonna grab she gonna time this shit perfectly. She gonna watch this nigga come across the room, and he's gonna drop the check, and instantly she's gonna grab her
Bro, I was
phone
about to say the same
and like
thing.
be in the deepest fucking article she's ever read in her fucking life, and you don't
I
have
was
to deal with that
about
by
to say the
yourself.
same
Hey, bro, I'm gonna let y'all in on a little story, bro. This is how I knew my wife was real as fuck. I was 19. My mom took all my money out of my account because I did some fuck shit in college.
I feel that.
And I had 10 cents in my account. And me and my homeboys and a couple of my friends we all went out to Applebee's, right? And I took her with me. Like, hey, let's go chill with some of my
the homies?
people. No, it was like they was with their girls too.
Oh, okay.
So we was at Applebee's, everybody eating, and I ain't get nothing. I ain't eat. So you know, I'm doing the nigga thing, like, I'm not hungry. Right? I was just with her and I was like, damn, I'm fucking starving. Totally
I think I
forgot.
can feel you. The table
Totally
shaking
forgot.
from my
Like,
stomach.
but the move happened like as I was about to go to the cafeteria. Saw him, just totally forgot to go to the caf. So she was like, nigga, you just told me you was fucking starving. So I'm like, I've only known her maybe 6 months at this time. Maybe. It's probably 2 months, really. And we at the spot, and I was like, bro, I'm not. And she orders her food, right? And she only eats like maybe like it was like 10 wings. She probably ate like a half a wing. And she like slid it over to me and she was like, that's for you. I'm not gonna let you be embarrassed. And that was like some of the realest shit. And I was like, bro, I kinda fuck with her, bro. Like I kind of fell in love with her.
That's like
I was like, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like you had it, like you
I
gonna
might
go,
marry her one day. I don't know.
she cute and shit. You gonna go through some shit like that where I'm like damn, bro.
I've been through shit like that with women, like real situations where they held it down and
And you just still was like,
it didn't work
like
out.
just kick.
No, we had a thing, you know what I'm saying, and it just didn't work out. I've been in a couple relationships. I just back out of them. Some of them.
I guess. Where we at, man?
We got mad time.
No, just
45.
because I'm trying to I am trying to like gauge it, not gauge it, but like pace it. I'm trying to pace it.
All right. Well, we have 45 minutes.
We have 45 minutes. Is 45 minutes
Damn, really?
a good time to like? Should we take it to
No,
the
we can
next
take it
level?
up. Yeah, we can take it up.
We could take it to the next level.
Oh,
Okay,
shit.
so overall, how we feel entitlement is. We need to actually talk about entitlement in the sense that we can all kind of agree on, but we didn't really discuss like the negative side of it or like the way it can fuck us up. I mentioned what I see from like my siblings, and I feel like that's not fair just to single them out. I just is using them solely as an example. But I think entitlement is crazy. Like I think the biggest, most popular form of entitlement that is, I don't say trendy, but we also like white privilege.
Yeah.
It's like the ultimate form of entitlement. And I think a lot of it is unbeknownst to them, and it's just kind of the air they breathe, and it's kind of natural and normal. I don't know if a lot of them know it's a real thing.
They don't.
They do?
Nah,
or
they don't.
I
mean,
it's because how would you feel if you woke up, if you were born and you watch TV and everybody looked like you? Every channel.
Empowered.
But no, it's just
Even
regular to
it's
you.
regular.
You wouldn't even be that.
But
It's just what
normal.
it is.
It's like, okay,
you go to one channel and they're like, all right. now
Want me
these
to tell you?
people
Want me
are
to tell you how they feel?
What,
They
BT?
they feel like how we feel when it's a pickup game and it's all white niggas and we the only black people. Like we know, like nigga, you know you getting picked. You can be the trashiest nigga. Like all the white niggas can ball, but hey, bruh, you number one draft pick, bruh.
Yeah, come on, Tyrell.
Hey, your name DJ? Oh, you definitely know.
I'm scared.
what?
Of
Yeah,
that.
come on.
I'm so scared of that. 'Cause I can't hoop no more like, at all. And there's a full-fledged gym at my job. Like
Oh, God.
full-fledged gym. I know it's only a matter of time before they have the company basketball game.
Oh, bruh. Yeah, you expect, bruh. I'm 6'1",
They want
and
to
niggas
go
expect me to be able to dunk.
Dunk.
Niggas expect me to be able to hit, bruh.
Get off the
Bruh,
court.
when I told you I went to Dallas, right? We went to Dave and Buster's, right? And you know Dave and Buster's got the little short basketball things, and then they got the bigger one now.
Yeah.
Like that's like almost like a free throw.
Yeah.
And so everybody was like, nobody was touching it, and all the white people in my group was like, "Hey, you wanna play? You wanna see if you can beat his score?" Dude scored like 20. It was something like slight, and I'm just sitting there like, bro, like why you just feel like
He's like, bro, you know I can beat a score.
like I can shoot free throws. If there's anything I can do in basketball, I can shoot free throws, and I'm just like, God damn, bro, like. But what if I don't perform, bro?
That's the thing, bro. I feel like I am gonna have to like shape up for these white boys. Like I feel like I don't know,
Bro,
like,
better get your squats on so you can yam on a nigga, bro.
I feel like I'm gonna have to whenever I get time when I see a flyer go up. I'm gonna have to like go dark 0, dark 30. I have to get my shit together because I feel like it's bigger than me. I feel like if I don't live up to I feel like I'm gonna let us down.
I'm just calling sick.
I was thinking the same thing.
Nah,
That's just gonna be that day. You know what? My ankle hurt today, y'all.
Nah, I feel like black people. I feel like they gonna like. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna set us back a little bit.
I mean, but you never really.
I personally
You
feel
might
like every
push
day
us
I go
forward.
into work, I am. I think I've said this before. I think I said it on the podcast we did. When I was like, I am trying. The white people around me feel like I'm making it better for all of us by the way that I act and conduct myself.
Yeah.
How? By not using your first name?
No, not even that. I don't know. It is a lot with being myself, but I feel like I have the ability to disarm people.
But I feel like this is where entitlement comes from.
Trying to be beater.
And I think that's a good segue because also what you just said, right? And this is not overarching. Like there are certain people that will do this, but do white people ever feel like they have to come into a situation and disarm us mentally?
Yes, and I fucking hate it. I actually prefer for them to do what the fuck they do. I think
in the corporate.
Like, I'm just saying,
I
just
hate
period.
when-
Like how
if a white guy walks in here right now and they start talking about who's popular.
are they gonna say like, "Look, oh, what about Cardi B? You heard Bodak Yellow?
That's it. Cardi
B is the
because
biggest, yeah.
is that's gonna be the person because I actually experienced that. We were off site. Somebody that I don't think you know him per se, but we used to walk cars together. And so, just for the listeners out there, we'll go to the auction. There'll be thousands and thousands and thousands.
Shifter?
No, it wasn't him. Shifter was he was actually one of the
I wasn't trying to say his whole name.
You know exactly what you're talking about.
No. He whatever. It wasn't him. There's another one, but all right. So it's thousands of cars that we have to go out and preview, which means we have to just go figure out within a minute or 2 minutes what's the conditions of.
Oh, they narrowing the company down too, bro.
Oh yeah, they gonna figure this out. Okay, so we're walking cars together, and we're together for an hour, 2 hours. So obviously, it's gonna be some kind of small talk. There's a big divide between this person
And Cardi B was a small talk nigga?
Yeah, so I probably say it's probably 15 to 20 years age gap between this guy and myself. There is a racial difference.
Talking about?
It's funny about it.
There's a racial difference as well, but the funny part is this guy is actually, like I'm saying, I know how to disarm people, but I do it being myself. I feel like this guy disarms the white corporate America world, but I think he does it more so along of being one of them. He's not. He's Hispanic. There's a group of Hispanics.
Okay, I know
try
exactly
to
what you're
be
talking about.
like white. Y'all know this is the truth. You all know a Hispanic who is more like
Who's like
Hollister.
whitewashed? Who's whitewashed? He can white pass.
Yeah. He's one of those, but this guy can't. He can't even pass.
You
He's
talking
like,
about MM?
Yes. That's what I'm talking about. And so we're walking cars together, and he's like, "Yeah, man. Did you watch Cardi B on the? It was an award show that just happened. I watched the award show. I saw Cardi B. I said no.
No. Not at all. These were like Cardi who?
Hey,
Nah,
but
I
I
did
didn't
the
see
same
it. But
thing.
I think that was him trying to disarm me and be like, "Oh, I'm cool. I'm hip. I can connect with you."
yeah, okay, I guess I was wrong on that one.
Hey, fuck you.
But we was talking about like, I guess like white people and their privilege, right? But I think we have, I ain't trying to use the whole like Charlemagne black privilege shit, but we as black people do have some type of privilege, and I'm gonna give y'all an example. You might have been there when we had this coworker and he said, "Man, who the fuck shop at Walmart? Walmart fucking trash."
Oh, yeah. And I fucking trolled him for like a while.
And it's like our office now is mostly minority, right?
I personally think Walmart is trash. I agree with him. But fuck all that. Hey, we not letting motherfuckers off the hook at all.
And the dragging that he got from like 3 people in our office.
So was this person white?
Huh?
Yeah.
This person is white.
So he was
and
like-
it's like I mean,
But he got
like
that
if you
privilege.
see him,
I'm talking
he's
about
like
privilege.
he's perfect prime time white privilege stereotype.
Yeah,
Like
he
blonde,
Like
white.
the blonde, wear short shorts.
He like and
Columbia
if you
shirts.
listen to him talk, you'll think he was motherfucking like perfect at everything. He got like an exponent next to his privilege. He got an exponent on top of it.
Square power of 10.
squared.
Now, sometimes it fluctuates. Sometimes it gets down to 2. No,
Oh, so he like to the power of 10.
He get outrageous with his shit.
And I mean, and he's a lot better now because he started to learn. But like at that point, right, I realized my privilege because he was like, man, Walmart fucking trash, right? And in my head, I'm like,
He's right.
so yeah, I'm trying to figure out where was he wrong. But I'm gonna tell you the conversation, right? The conversation was somebody was like, yeah, I just get my groceries from Walmart, right? And he was like, oh man, you get your groceries from fucking Walmart. Walmart is fucking disgusting. You need to go to HEB. And I was like, that is right. Okay, I'm with you so far, white dude. And we have an older. She's OG. She's like in her 40s, right? But she act like biker gang, everything. She's like real nigga.
She's fine. Actually, we have her oldest son graduated. No, I don't think he graduated us, but he definitely went to school with us.
Oh.
We'll
But
talk about it later.
she checked this nigga. Well, not nigga, but you know what I mean. She checked him, and in my head, I was like, yeah. She was like, he shouldn't be telling people that fucking Walmart trash and who the fuck he think he is. And this is some of the shit that I be talking about. He got to check himself and blah, blah, blah. And in my head, initially, I'm like, damn, she kind of right. That was kind of fucked up. But then as I took a step back, I was like, that nigga was right. Walmart trash. Like, I was like, bro, Walmart trash. Like,
I think when he said it, it wasn't.
Bro, it wasn't bad because I could turn.
So that's what I'm saying. What's the issue with him saying it?
He was not talking about Walmart particular. He wasn't talking about the goods or the services or the customer experience. That wasn't his point. That was not, and that's something that you gotta have to like
decipher.
Feel the texture of the conversation to see why is Walmart trash. What's trash about Walmart? You get what I'm saying? So when you of course you should not do this with everything and just say just because somebody. But there's something.
There's things that come along with Walmart. When you look at the demographic of Walmart, he's saying that's the reason why he was saying it's trash.
He did not. In his defense, he did not say that.
He didn't say that.
But we know.
But see, when you know. But see, the reason why I honestly don't think that's true. I don't think it's because of demographic. I think he honestly believes.
He thinks they got
I talked to him. No, he could have.
Grocery shop, like.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
they're producing.
I think he also said some shit about something else. I guess I bring that up. The same person got it married.
Wedding ring.
And got a wedding ring. And they spent probably like 6 bands on their engagement ring, right? Everybody was just like, everybody on the shit, right? Shit, next, nigga. Like, and so I was like, shit, hell yeah, I told her where to get the wedding ring from, because that's where I got my ring from. And he was like, oh man, you went here? Man, you should have got like a private jeweler or some shit. That shit is ass. And that was the first thing that he ever said.
Needs to be toned
and
down.
So months later when he said that,
I'm not seeing where the racial.
No, I know, but I'm not saying it was racial, but I was talking about privilege because me and him could have said the same shit and nothing would have happened. And everybody would be like, but he said it and we looked at him like, hey, yo, who the fuck we talking to?
I see a lot of white people in Walmart though.
Yeah, that's not, but him. I know him. He knows him.
You don't see people like him in Walmart.
I'm talking about the that's for fucking damn sure.
Hey, bro, like, I wish the bank. No, bro. He's like,
you not at Wood Forest?
Nah, bro.
If I'm at Walmart, it's after hours. That means Target is closed. HEB isn't available to me. That's me personally. I hit Walmart in a heartbeat, but it's out of desperation.
It's last minute,
it's
bro.
It's out of convenience. That's just me. That's just me. But I'm not gonna sit there and say
Walmart trash
or Walmart disgusting.
It's like one of them things that's like well known. It's like Waffle House. Like we all know Waffle House ain't
dirty.
Like, but that shit still hit though. Like
it's the dirty, but
it's nasty in Atlanta. Bro, I will parallel park in front of the Waffle House real quick.
I light her cigarette. I like my cooked cigarette, my nigga. Go ahead and smoke your cigarette before you go,
bro. When I was in Austin, me and Chelsea went. Matter of fact, like 2 cooks was outside smoking cigarettes. I was like, we about to eat.
That is, I think that's part of the
fire.
After y'all finish cleaning, y'all making food clean, and then y'all smoke a cigarette. I think that's part of their routine.
They blow nicotine on your shit.
Ooh, this shit smoky.
That shit be good. They blow the nicotine in that hole.
You gotta smoke bacon, egg, and cheese.
Like, man, it's the new joint, bro.
Yeah, it's just so the white privilege aspect of entitlement is something that I think that we all can identify and we see in people in some form of fashion.
You think mixed biracial people have white privilege?
No. I think it depends.
Okay, if they're with their white parents.
No, because I think
depends on what your complexion.
It depends on your complexion. It also depends on where you at
and where you at.
Thing that anything. What you saying biracial? You talking?
You got a white parent, and you're.
That's what I said. It depends on where you at.
Your white parent.
Like, you know what? Think about it. No, think about it like this. Like Logic got more white privilege than J. Cole.
Logic is white.
Hey,
Logic is black.
But his dad is black and his mom is white.
How black is that?
If Logic said the word nigga,
I think Logic does say the word nigga.
Like on the song with him and Eminem, he said, and I was like, wait a second. And for the thing for me to do that after he done dropped 3 albums.
That's what I was gonna say.
Black.
I don't think he was saying nigga before. Like
He wasn't. No, he did 3 albums, and then after that, he was like,
I don't like shit like that. Like, I don't like shit like that.
I might test his chin.
Oh no, he's definitely fadeable, nigga. What?
That's just
Oh
me.
no, he's all the way.
He has a dimple in his chin, my nigga. What are you saying?
I want to see family photos.
I do too.
That's just me.
I want to see birth certificate.
That's just I'm
just saying it's corny. If you're not cussing if you're not saying nigga your first 3 albums, and all of a sudden you saying nigga.
But at the same time, I mean,
what are you trying to appeal to?
Because he probably says nigga every day at home.
That's real. Yeah. That's just like us talking about we need to slow down on the bitches, and then once we turn the camera and start recording, we start filtering ourselves. So I can cop, just a little bit, give him just a little.
He got his grip. He's like, fuck it.
I just know people do it to appeal to a certain audience.
You want to say nigga?
Yeah. No, not just random like stuff that they didn't do before. Now all of a sudden you're doing. I'm not gonna.
Logic is a cornball. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna talk about Logic. Logic is a cornball.
Yeah.
He black. He got a cousin named Keisha. That nigga. Anywho,
is that one of his lyrics,
bruh? Yes. What is? Did the nigga say I'm black? I'm black. I got a cousin named Keisha.
Man, bro, I probably don't listen to one Logic song in my
I'm
entire
entitled
life.
to not ever listen.
I don't listen to his filler songs.
I think I can expect them to
never had to play that shit in my car.
Yeah, that's for sure. I'm entitled not to talk about that motherfucker right now. Where we at? So we just talk about the black privilege. Some of the things that we're entitled to. Trying to make sure.
I was asking a bit about biracial. Y'all disagree?
I find it ironic. I don't know. I have no statistical proof to back these things up, but I kind of feel as if biracial people are so like afflicted with their biracialness that it like flips a switch and makes them like super niggas. Like they become like really pro black.
Super niggas.
I can see that.
I mean,
and like if you think like J. Cole is biracial, Colin Kaepernick is biracial. I'm gonna keep my Colin Kaepernick shit separate because
we're not going.
We not gonna go there. But when
he's settled. Okay, go ahead.
Not even that. It's so much more.
Colin, I just hard.
We can't.
It's just hard. I'm trying
don't even go there.
I'm trying not to go there.
It's kind of you could kind of segue that shit if you want.
It could.
I'm trying not to go there because I don't. For the sake of my argument, I don't think it's I should. But I'm kind of saying I see the flaws and but J. Cole, Colin Kaepernick. I can name more people. I hate to stop at 2 as if I was making some defining point and then give 2 fucking examples. But I personally see biracial people, they go out of their way to justify their blackness.
But I think it's because I guess the mostly black people or the black people, the all black people, I think it's the like the privilege that we feel like they have and they probably really don't. Cause J. Cole look like a nigga. Like he don't like
Jesus.
Like he don't look like he should have privilege. He don't look like one of the biracial people that's super light.
Yeah.
That can almost be white. I mean, that got like super straight hair or super
button down polo.
Yeah, like, and so I think that's the reason why that it potentially happened. Like I had a friend who was biracial, and I mean they said some of the same things like, "Oh, you don't understand what it's like to go to a family reunion and it's all white people and they looking at you weird." And I'm like,
that's real too.
And I'm like, damn, like
that is true.
I never thought about that.
At least you'll be fucking family. Imagine picking down some white girl.
Imagine being a boyfriend and a
parallel party.
Pull up in my Caprice. Nigga pull up in my Caprice at Cracker Barrel.
Oh shit, my little cousin playing. Cool. He ain't getting. We in that bitch. All right. Y'all ready? Where we at on time? Right? See, we can pace this hoe out.
We got hour in.
We an hour in. Are y'all ready to take it to the next level?
I thought we just took it.
We're going to higher.
We got
a lot of levels today.
I talked about games. They might get canceled off that.
Huh?
I said I was talking about homophobia. We might get canceled off that.
No, bro, we would.
Nah, man, see, man, I don't.
Hey, bro, we know.
I'm just joking. Nobody
don't
really gets
know.
canceled.
I don't know because I don't know. It's like homophobic.
Drop a hit song.
I don't know if
True.
I don't even know if gay people are gonna hear this. Like,
They are.
Bro, none of us are
Hey,
really
when I was looking
homophobic,
at
bro.
the statistics, yeah, it was one that said unknown. You know, I have men, women. Unknown was like 2, so we got a couple. Literally.
Cause I got, I know,
Damn.
Hey, bro,
I just
bro.
know I got gay people on my friend list, so I know.
No, but I am
There's-
cool.
there's somebody.
There is some.
Well, that's how I know I'm not
But
gonna
see,
offend
it
nobody
makes
because I
me-
have gay.
Exactly.
They know where
I'm not gonna-
I
I'm
don't
not
have
gonna-
to justify.
I don't think that's what I'm saying. I
I
do.
feel like when the racist says my best friends. Why me having this whole conversation and,
Yeah.
and having to like justify like man the people. They know who they are.
Yeah.
The niggas like nobody's gonna question me, and I feel like nobody's gonna question y'all as far as the way you feel about. Yeah, I actually want to have a conversation, and I don't want to have this. It's with us being it's 4 of us. I always feel like having one person come up here and speak for them or speak for people is like asinine because all our energy is gonna be directed at one person. They're gonna have to defend and speak for everybody. So I don't know if we have a fucking panel of the homos one day.
Oh my god! Edit point, bro.
No,
Yo,
that shit. You said you was taking it up a notch, nigga. Leave it. This gonna be like episode 13.
Hey, I'm not taking that out. I'm
bro,
be
that's
real.
gonna be in the comment, bro. The first
it
comment. This nigga said panel of the homos, bro.
have a panel of them. Have
hilarious.
Bro,
and the thing is, it's gonna be people who already have heard this, and they're gonna know me, and it's gonna be.
Let's get Rudy on here.
I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. There's Jazz is in the back thinking of all the gay people that we know that.
She loves gay people for some reason. I don't know why. She's obsessed. Bro, I don't know why she's so obsessed with gay people
No,
and gay sex.
that's like majority of the female
Yeah.
population.
Is it?
yes,
Almost
bro.
every girl has a gay friend.
And y'all
Bruh,
drink after?
gay
My
best
wife,
friend,
my
rather.
wife definitely has a gay
Because my
friend.
niece,
and it
my
was
niece
bruh,
is 10 talking about
my
she
wife
got one.
went out
Exactly.
at 11:30 at night with her gay male friend, and I
You
didn't,
dumb.
bruh.
She got you. She got you. No, she got you, nigga.
My nigga.
Yeah, he gay.
No.
Did you see him?
I've met him before.
Nah.
I can act gay.
I'm telling you.
Especially for the box, nigga. Yes.
tell you,
If it's
okay,
good enough, I will act. Hey, what? How you
Yeah,
doing,
bro,
homeboy?
y'all niggas making me. I'm about to put my phone on. Like,
You gonna look at his Facebook, nigga.
You finna go fight this nigga for no look? Yeah, that's just how I am. That's why when we did the police episode, I didn't want just one officer come to speak for them. I know especially as a black man and feeling the way I do about police in general, it was important for me to have a dialogue with people that, you know, I'm okay with sitting and having a conversation with somebody that I don't necessarily live their lifestyle. That's perfectly fucking normal to me. And I can I don't fucking know. I don't feel like I have to justify or have to go out of my way to make people feel I don't know, special. Should I? I don't feel like I have to do that.
How much of that do you think is arrogance?
Is it arrogance?
entitlement.
Or entitlement? Is it arrogance or entitlement? I feel like I am entitled to treat people with a human level of decency, of respect. Nothing more and nothing less.
I'm with you.
I feel like anything that I do outside of that is fucked up. But if I would do it to anybody else, why can't I not talk to you like I would anybody else? I feel like when we talked about white people trying to break the ice and connect with us on a certain level, don't you feel like we're doing that with gay people? Yes, right? Every time we say something that we think could be quote unquote problematic, offensive, or whatever, or have to edit it out, it's because we're trying to connect to them in some way or form or fashion. It's my only promise to you is not to disrespect you and not to treat you less than a human. Anything else is like, why should all I'm asking is the same energy you'll give me. I'm not gonna put you on a pedestal,
but
and I'm not gonna put you down.
I know. I'm the
Everybody
argument.
is-
The argument to that is this, right? I come in here and I say, "Yo, DJ, what's good, my nigga?"
Mm-hmm.
For a white person come in here and give you that same energy, we're beating that nigga up.
But but the thing is, what I just said, it'll be, I'm not gonna put you on a pedestal. In the inverse, I'm not gonna put you down. So if I felt like that if by him saying that was putting me down, then that's fair.
But you gonna always feel like it's putting you down.
Not always.
Maybe
not unless you know that he has
maybe
quote unquote black
maybe
card.
not.
If a random one just walked in here,
If
and
Logic walking here was like, "What's up, my nigga?"
I don't know, but the way I would justify that in my head, it was like he don't know if he's safe. And the fact that he gonna gamble with that is disrespectful.
You're right. Fuck that shit, nigga.
So that is why I would go there, because he looked at me and was like, "Bitch ass nigga," and he miscalculated. That's it. It's not even that the word offends me. It's that you should have some caution and some pause there, or you
get stopped out.
That's that. Is that not fair?
yeah, but you just said homo panel, bruh. So you should feel like they gonna feel like they're offended.
I'm sure white gay people say nigga often.
Okay.
Bro, everybody says nigga, bro.
Okay, but was it in my voice? Or they?
No, but I'm saying, but if somebody was like, "Hey, we should have a nigga panel," like,
I'm gonna call some people. Let me get my phone real quick.
Are they? We have a panel of homosexuals.
But I'm just saying, bro. But
There's not much of a difference, bro.
We'll have a panel of Negroes.
That's fine. No, that's fine.
But if we was listening to a white podcast and they was like, "Yo, we're gonna have a nigga panel,"
No, not even that.
I'm like, whoa.
Okay, so
Like, oh, these niggas are cultured.
African American.
Like,
so if I was listening to Joe Rogan right now and he said we're gonna get a panel of blacks, that's okay with me.
That's his Joe Rogan.
but
Joe Rogan may call me a nigga. And we might have to jump that nigga.
no, Joe Rogan can definitely call me a nigga, and I'm like, you got it.
No, all three of us here. No, all four of us.
Hey, all
we
four
still
of
nigga
you, bro, you seen that nigga?
There
You
is
got
one
it.
Hey,
You're right.
there's four of us for a reason.
Oh God, Joe.
Until you realize that all that nigga cameraman do fucking MMA shit too.
Hey, so just to get off that, y'all, man,
We
y'all,
pissed off like 18 different
niggas know my heart. Hey,
All the time.
I'm not gonna even, I don't know if I want to even say that. Like,
What if you got a problem with it? Come
No.
see me, nigga. Pull up.
like I'm curious. I do like if I'm being irresponsible and if there's anything outside of somebody bitching and complaining and trying to control or like. Just people like to throw their 2 cents in, just like when I asked y'all to be weary of when y'all asking for feedback and don't let that shit weigh up. Because motherfuckers will jump out there if you give a motherfucker. If I was invited to the Bulls practice in 90 what year?
96.
96. Jordan, was he back?
Yeah, that was his last year, I think.
Okay.
Oh, no, 98 was his last year.
I want
No,
before
96.
that. So like 93.
93, yeah.
I want Jordan on peak. Now you invite me to a practice and you want me to give you feedback about Michael Jordan. I can come up with some shit. I'm not comparing myself to Michael Jordan, but I'm just saying if you give somebody, put people in that position, they're not gonna disappoint you. They're gonna have something for you.
Yeah.
Good, bad, or different.
I guess my
So
bad.
what I'm saying is, if there's a real issue situation where I said something or one of us said something, reach out to me. I have no problem with it. Educate me. Teach me something. But if you just calling a bitch complaining and just
like you just made me mad and that's it. Like, okay, like what did I say that offended you? Why is this offensive? So that way, the next time I'm in that situation, I know how to move so I don't offend and I don't use my words
and I'm
irresponsibly.
all open for that. And that's what the whole premise of this is. And if I had that conversation and we can actually get somewhere and I can learn from it, best believe I'm coming right back here and I'm spreading that.
You think it's our responsibility to not give a fuck if we offend people?
I think there is a healthy balance. I think the premise of what I'm trying to accomplish is to acknowledge the shit that we don't know. And, maybe we speak out of line here and there, but it should be always a forum to learn and grow and then to share that with everybody. So I'm never going to try to put myself in a position to where it's like I know it all or be too arrogant and be like, nah, fuck the gays. I said what I said. That's not it.
You. Yeah.
Somebody gonna take that little clip.
It's gonna be wrong people.
It's gonna be
Fuck the gays.
what you call it?
It's gonna be on what, TikTok, whatever.
Yeah.
But no, that shit would have been on. That shit would have been on Vine. When Vine was popping, bro, that little 6 seconds, bro.
Yeah, that shit. All right, so what we got on time?
You ready to leave, nigga? You asked about
No,
time. I'm going nowhere. Get in this shit.
It's
Let's
just-
It's
talk
only
about-
been 15 minutes.
It's levels. So what we got? An hour?
We had an hour 15.
An hour 15.
I mean,
All
we
right.
started off a little.
Are we ready for the final level or?
Somebody go like, y'all shouldn't ask the time so many times.
Like,
We have a timestamp.
No, I just want to make sure that
Because they're going to be able to say, because it's not going to line up to the time that I'm saying. Because I got to delete like the
Fuck
first
them.
3 minutes. But, oh well, they'll be all right.
they not see. I want the people to trust me. Jason, he don't care. He just be saying shit sometimes. He be throwing out random numbers and shit. Believe what I'm
I was going to say,
saying.
we 2 minutes in.
Trust what I'm saying. Hey nigga, we just started. We got all night. Nigga, yeah. All right, new level. So we got into that white privilege shit was good because I think it better puts a bow on what I got to say next. Or it's not even what I have to say, but it's kind of a look in the mirror. Because it's almost the inverse. There's we don't talk about current events a lot. And we do that intentionally. But there is something starting to get steam and starting to roll. And it has to do with us and our people. And our forefathers, more importantly.
Shit ain't happening, B.
It's reparations.
It ain't happening.
But how do you feel about it though?
It might. See.
It depends on how they
How they put it
distribute
out, yeah.
If they give us money, that would be smart for them. Because they know we're gonna get that shit right back.
Yep.
At least 80% of it.
It's all going back, bro.
Why do we need reparations? Why are we, you ready, entitled to reparations?
Because of the disadvantages that we
Did you? Yeah, I don't know. Was you? Or was it you? Somebody gave me like the definition that somebody kind of like piggybacked off
that
what I
was
was
dead.
saying. It was like, oh yeah, you ain't earn it.
Mm-hmm.
Was that me?
So it
Yeah, you looking real.
Yeah,
you
you
looking a
did.
little different in the night. In the light.
yeah, I think so. I think we never got it. Our forefathers, our grandparents, our great greats, they never got anything in return for what the work that they did. Not only that, we still in slavery, nigga. It's still different ways. It's still whether it's the education system, whether it's economically, we're still disadvantaged. Very.
Mm-hmm.
So we still going through the same things. Nothing really changed except for how they give it to us.
I think to say nothing has really changed is a slap in the face. So we not gonna say something that's really changed. I do agree that shit's still fucked up for us out here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just a different type of fucked up.
It's just a different type of fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Don't wait. There's still slavery going on.
I believe two things are true. I think that the prison system is modern day slavery.
I'm talking about a real slavery.
I think that's real slavery.
Yeah. You talking about here in America? Real
No.
Okay.
That you just defined our form of slavery here in America.
I think that the prison system is modern day slavery, and I think gentrification is modern day colonialism. To where they're coming into neighborhoods and situations that, that have nothing to do with them, fucking it up real bad by not making sure money gets there, redlining and underfunding schools and neighborhoods and this, that, and the third. Kind of like Columbus did with the smallpox. Hey, here y'all niggas go. I'm gonna sit back, watch y'all niggas fuck up, kill each other, die, yada, yada, yada. Then I'm gonna come back through. I'm gonna make it all shiny and clean, and I'm gonna put my flag in the ground. Same thing they're doing with gentrification.
This is such a hard topic.
Why, bro?
This is such a hard topic. Because my opinion on what you're saying right now is so against the grain.
Talk that shit.
No,
I'm gonna let you finish though.
No.
I'm gonna let you talk.
I kind of like if it's I kind of like putting out the newer stuff that we've been doing, but every single time, not by my design, but it's always a situation to where something is said, just like the last time we recorded, and we talked about the reparations conversation, and that's what we're talking about today. So I feel like that's what we'll talk about next time. So I'll get back on reparations. Keep that fire. You gotta jot it down. Make a note.
Oh no, it's about.
You're talking about gentrification right now.
You're talking about gentrification, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but I want to leave it.
I mean, but that's still a part of. I think it still matters.
So you don't feel like it's an episode?
No, I don't feel like it's an episode. I feel like it's really something small because it's like, okay, if you're putting gentrification in that, I guess this bubble, right? I think gentrification, part of it is allowed by us. It's allowed by black people.
For sure.
And
I think 90%, I'll say 90% of the time.
I think.
Okay, you gotta think
we're
about
complicit.
No, but okay, you gotta think about it this. Okay, think about this, right? How many hoods can you go to your old hood? I go to my old hood all the time, right? I promise you.
Niggas told me I couldn't go back home. You know when I heard that? When I was back home. Nigga, we out of here. What are you talking about? Nigga, we in this bitch.
The show.
You can go back home to your old block, your old hood, and you can name the last 5 D-boys who really made it, right? And was really getting money.
I see where you're going with this.
How have we as individuals been complicit with allowing them to get the money, but also not complicit in allowing them to distribute the money properly?
I think
back to the
okay. So as far as the D-boys conversation, I do not hold them accountable for that simply because the D-boys in the neighborhood aren't the homeowners. The way gentrification works is that the companies come in and then they'll pay out the homeowners. So what's happening is that I or something will get grandma's house. I don't want to live in the hood. I'm gonna sell it to.
We're gonna sell it to
top dollar.
Such and
before
such.
I know it, your grandma. They got your grandma's house, my grandma's house. Boom. That's how it goes. So it's not the D-boys who aren't distributing the money. I think that plays a factor to where they are allowing the neighborhood to fall so fast, where they fucking up the neighborhood. Now you got crackheads, you got dope in the streets.
But I don't think it's. I'm not saying just about messing the neighborhood up, but I'm saying about, okay, my family lives in Cleveland, right?
Yeah.
East side of Cleveland. If you ever been to the east side of Cleveland, you can watch videos. It's torn the fuck up.
Well, I'm not going to east side.
Like
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna stay by the Quicken Loans.
There's more than enough places to where you can invest in your neighborhood to where it will help you control your area. Because what happens is, it's not even that the fact that they go in and they buy the houses. Yes, that's part of it. But they go in and they start buying the land as well, such as like rundown buildings for cheap.
Yeah.
And those are places that.
So you saying that is what the D-boys should be doing?
Yes, like
education. But they don't have the education.
If y'all want to make this episode, then that's fine. But like,
I think we just shared too much.
It's just
no.
Yeah.
Man, mind your business. Mind your business over there in the back. Like, nah, fuck that. I can feel like, another hour of content.
Bro, everybody gonna be like, who the fuck is this little voice in the back?
I don't even know if they can hear her. I think
I'm gonna leave it where they can hear just a little bit.
They think we making shit up in the back.
Is she gonna be on this episode? Or are we hiding her?
Nah, she in it. That's Jazz. I spoke about her in another episode. Her not liking me.
Jazz the one that don't like him.
She love me, but she don't like me. And it's fine. It's my fault.
Reparations. Are we entitled to reparations? If entitled,
yes.
It depends.
Who was the last group to get reparations?
It just depends on what kind.
I want to say the Native Americans.
I don't want them to give us money.
What do you want?
I don't want money. I want.
You want your 40 acres in the middle?
I want communities. I want opportunity.
My nigga, wait. I want you to clear my debts. I want a 750 credit score.
Exactly.
And I want you to take all my fucking misdemeanors, take all the misdemeanors and nonviolence off my record, my nigga. I just level the playing field.
Want me to tell you why we won't get reparations? Because they're gonna have to vote or some shit like that, and we're not
voting.
No, first of all, a lot of people are not gonna agree, right? Because niggas gonna take the short. Niggas are gonna be like, I want whatever I can get right now. How many niggas do you know? If they said tomorrow, hey, we'll give y'all all 10 bands.
Or y'all can wait 2 years and
I'll give you 10 bands, right? Or I'll give you a 750 credit score.
In a year, but you gotta wait. You gotta wait a year.
You gotta wait a year, you get a 750 credit score.
I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't. The 750 don't sound as sexy to me
now.
now.
800.
No. Because my shit got it.
It's like I don't really just.
But think about.
I don't need that.
No, but see, that's why I said people would
My
But
We
it
wouldn't
score
agree.
is
But
good.
also
You
think
had to work
about
on that.
think about the struggle you went through to get to
That's
that
what I'm saying.
shit.
You have to work for that.
I honestly, I swear to God, I actually just had to start giving a fuck.
But what I'm
That's
saying,
it. That's all I had to do.
but think about
That's
niggas
all I had
that.
to
But
do.
think about how hard it is for niggas to honestly. Some shit had to happen to you for you to start giving a fuck.
Like, yo, I need.
Like you
like,
have
need your credit
kids,
score for
you have
something.
kids,
I wanted
you
to
have
buy a house.
you have kids,
Exactly.
you have a family.
If I didn't want to buy my house, I wouldn't have done
So,
it.
if you don't want to buy a house, you don't want to buy
You
a
wanna
car,
buy a
you don't want to
car?
rent nothing from rent center. Like they don't give a fuck about
No,
that.
they fucked me on my car. I didn't give a fuck about credit when I bought my car.
That's what
But-
I'm saying.
But that's I digress.
But if they had that credit score, then or if it was at least a little higher, you get like, okay, I can work my
Because
way
I think,
up to getting something real
and the
good.
reason why I said that people we wouldn't agree, right? Because to me, that 750 credit score would do more for our community than 10 bands. Because all 10 bands is gonna do, 5 of it is blown on drugs, clothes, maybe a car. It's on shit that's going. That's
seven.
I was like $9.99 on drugs, nigga. What you mean?
At least 7.
Hey, I'm trying to say at least 50%. Like we gonna have some type of sense, but
Yeah.
but that's the reason why, like I said, like I feel like reparations is so hard to sit here and be like, yeah, we gonna get it, because I don't think we can agree. First off,
I don't like the ideal of giving us communities in schools, because I think that centralizes us and that gives them a target to, I guess they could, whether it be over police or undefined in the future area, to like, it's like putting us in a box.
But no, but
I'd rather-
if they
I
give
want
it
them to
us,
let
but-
us go with them.
But,
Yeah.
they've already did
Charlie
that.
Perry.
Look,
Like-
these two, somebody just got arrested for. Well, I don't think it was that one, but the chick who changed the address or whatever, so their kid could get into a better.
we all did that.
If they do that, if all kids could do that, we'll all be in a good school. It wouldn't be no shitty schools
But at
anymore.
the
Nobody gonna
same
pick to
time,
go to the city school.
It's white people at those.
No,
shitty schools.
I like the ideal of us having better schools, for sure. I just don't know if us.
but I don't feel like we need reparations to do that. We don't need reparations to do that.
That shouldn't be
need-
part of our reparations. That should already be. That should be like, yo.
Why
You need government funding
Hold
for
on.
It's hard. It's a hard topic.
That's why you're here.
You got something to say? Come here.
What? I got something to say about every single thing I said.
Do you want to come sit in the chair?
You wanna build a
Fonzie?
camera?
Holler at us. Yeah. Talk that shit. It's
Shout
Jazz,
out.
y'all. Hey, Jazz.
Hey, Lincoln.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good.
She don't like you.
See I saw her face. I was like,
I
don't talk to me, nigga, on
ain't
camera.
come for you, nigga. You're not here to me. All right, so I know you said you had a lot to say about a lot that was said.
So in general, I'm torn on reparations in general, because it's not some you can't be entitled or feel entitled to something.
Can I stop really quick?
Go ahead.
Really quick. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Nah, go ahead.
You just cut off our black queen. All in the comments, bro.
He don't even let her talk. Misogynist
Misogynist motherfucker.
But when I bring these conversations, I definitely, it's my job, and sometimes I'll get one of them to do it, but in order to have the dialogue, you have to have opposing forces. Run me my motherfucking reparations, period. That's how I feel about it. But for the sake of the dialogue, I'm going to push back when I can.
All right, so
All right.
I'm Af you neg.
Not necessarily. Sometimes I'm going to fuck it and agree.
That's only because he black.
But for the sake of conversation, and just to, like I said earlier, put the mirror back on us when we talk about, our just entitlements and privileges, I feel like there's an entitlement of reparations in some form or fashion. What's that form of fashion? I don't know, but
Are you saying that we should feel entitled or we should not feel entitled?
I feel like it's entitlement.
I feel
And I
like
can't
it
say-
can't be entitlement if it's something that was taken away to begin with. The only reason that, I'm not going to say the only reason, because there was 400 years, and this is a point that you made, 400 years of slavery, that's 400 years of us just being held back and not being able to move forward, period. That's 400 years of that. And 200 maybe years of, so that's legal slavery. And then 200 up to now years of the loopholes.
Yeah.
So we're still being held back. So
Talking about the NFL?
there was laws put in place that 40 acres and a mule ain't just a figure of speech. That was a law that was put in place that was something that we were entitled to after the Emancipation Proclamation. But President Lincoln was murdered. He was assassinated. That's the reason that didn't happen. So you can't feel entitled to something that we were supposed to get in the first place. Like, this is being brought back into a political conversation, but it happened. Like, it happened. That was something that was already supposed to happen because we just didn't get that head start. And it's almost like we like the tortoise and the fox.
Tortoise and the hare.
The hare, not fox.
Fox is probably pretty slow too.
The tortoise and the hare. We just really trying to catch up. We waiting on them to sleep, but they ain't sleeping.
But I think, wouldn't you feel like that's why we are entitled to it? Is because
we should have had it already.
Because you saying we should have had that. Like, if this was supposed to happen and y'all did what y'all had to do to make sure it didn't happen, I think that's why we feel entitled. Is like y'all been fucking us for so long that now we are just getting back to the point to where we kind of got a little power. So while we have this quote unquote power,
what about that money?
Like we want, like he said, run us our reparations.
Right.
What about the people who feel as if it's that thing holding them back?
Reparations.
What is their thing?
Or they? Do you think reparations will? I feel like people would. I don't know how much money will be distributed, but I feel like people will already be who they are. I don't feel like it's gonna. I personally don't think it's gonna make the impact that it should. I feel like it's kind of like anybody that comes into it with a lot of money. It's just gonna magnify who you are.
I agree.
If you are already hustling and do what you're gonna do, eventually, with or without these reparations, you will pop. If you a fuck nigga and you do fuck nigga shit and you splurge money, you don't take care of your kids, you do dope, you do this, you do that. Guess what's gonna happen? You have more babies that you don't take care of while you high on whatever the fuck.
And more dope.
So I feel like it's going to be. I think that the reparations could push fast forward on a lot of lives, a lot of situations. Mm-hmm. I definitely feel like you were saying, whatever figure you said, 50% or whatever the fuck number you gave. That's real. What you took.
Yeah.
I think that was generous, by the way.
What?
50. If we get 10 bands.
That's what I said.
Now,
I said 80%.
I thought that was very generous. To say
I was
50%.
being nice, yeah.
Oh no, I mean I gotta give us some type of credit, but I mean,
not everybody.
I really think it's like he said 80.
Let's be real.
Hey.
We have not had the head start. We started on this race a lot later than our Caucasian counterparts.
Okay,
but hold on.
Okay,
but you shush that nigga.
We
This nigga the guest.
It's only
take his mic, nigga. Take this nigga mic,
you know.
Stand by the door, nigga.
I'll take my name off my seat and put yours.
This is unpopular opinion, but I believe personally that we are still capable of doing everything that they are able to do. We can be in the same position. Mm-hmm. A lot of us just don't have that mindset. So I do agree. I think we should get reparations, but I don't think we should get money because that would give them fuel to prove themselves right. Like,
y'all just gonna trick it off.
Exactly. They think we're not all white people, but systematically they think that we're lesser than, we're done with money, we can't do shit. You give us a shit ton of money and we mess it up and we just blow it all, they're gonna be like, we can't argue that no more. Then they gonna be like, yeah, I told you we right.
That's why I think that's exactly what's gonna happen.
And for anybody that believes what she's saying, as far as we're incompetent with money or we're gonna fuck it up, it's almost not to laugh at our disadvantage, because our disadvantage is real. But do you know how fucking long 400 years is on top of another 100 so years of just fuck shit? I feel like the advantage that they have is just it's systemic, but I don't feel like it's that great. You talking about fucking off money? Imagine this: you have a business. We all have a business, And I don't know if y'all ever been in a position to look at books and numbers and yada, 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 and seeing, you know, what's coming in, what's coming out. This is our overhead. This is our projections. This is that. And you can see everything. Your P&L. How much a typical business P&L is employee costs?
Nigga, 10%?
You think 10%?
Nigga, you tripping.
You are bugging.
Like 60, 70%.
Okay, so imagine about 60% of your business in P&L, you don't have to pay a motherfucker for 400 fucking years. Imagine how lucrative you be. Like, that's, as a business, that's one of your biggest losses already, is that people you have to pay. They didn't have to pay a motherfucker for 400 years. Yet, and still, we drive on the same roads. We buy houses in their neighborhoods. We work at the same places. Some of us are below them. Some of us are above them. But it ain't 400 year gap no more.
I'm gonna tell you. I don't think it's 400 years, but I think the gap is still.
I agree. And so what I'm saying is for us to have this stigma of like we gonna fuck it up and we ain't handle our business. Motherfucker, y'all had 400 years and we here. So I take pride in that.
And that's why I'm saying. That's why I said that I don't think it's unattainable. I think we could do. We could be there.
Say we gonna fuck it up because motherfucker, you had we on their ass.
I feel like we're in a position. I feel like if we wanted to be at that equal position, unpopular opinion, I feel like if we all do what we need to do, then it could have been like you said. That gap has been closed a lot because we're gaining a lot more knowledge. It used to be an old saying: if you want to hide something from a black person, put it in a book. We gaining that knowledge now. We know how to.
I'm not even gonna lie, bro.
I just
like to read and I be like, they got an audio book.
Listen to audiobooks. It's knowledge. Like we have. Why do you think they wouldn't let us read? Like learn how to read for so long?
Except the Bible.
What a coincidence.
But I mean,
we ain't gonna be.
We're not definitely.
Hey, like 10. That's like 10 episodes down. I want the people to like us first.
If we take the knowledge that's out there and apply principles that are known to work, then we can do that. So I believe if we do want to give people money for reparations, then everybody should be forced. It should be mandatory to take a financial literacy class. I'm a financial literacy coach, so if you come at me,
you trying to promote your
I am.
Are you sponsoring this show? If not,
you better give me $5 when you
just got a customer because I'm like, I do need to get better with money.
So no, but I do think we should like learn more about financial concepts because we just don't know. Like y'all were talking about credit earlier and like you didn't care, blah blah blah. I don't think that's the case. I don't think people don't care. I think they don't know.
Oh,
it's both.
It's kind of I know. Like, I don't care.
He's like, because I knew, but I didn't care.
But what did you know? What do you mean? What did you know?
Like I knew that I should care.
Why?
Somebody told me.
No, seriously, no.
I knew I was gonna need it for a car. I knew I was gonna need it for a home. I knew I was gonna need it for my future. I knew I needed it for my kids in the future.
I have all of it.
I needed this credit card that I needed to match.
But did you know how to take care of it properly?
But my mom taught me most.
Well, that's good. A lot of people don't have that. So it's like, I feel like it's this foreign concept. Like, you should care about your credit. And it just seems like such a hard mountain to climb that's why you don't care. Because you don't know that this is everyday simple steps that you can take to get to that point.
No, I think it's more so. It's more so people are living a immediate gratification culture right now, or forever, honestly. And I think that's where bad credit comes from. Bad credit comes from most of the time you need something right now. It's probably best that you don't get it, but you get it anyway. And you can't afford it or you can't pay for it. Like you can't. Something happens, like you put a bill in somebody else's name. Like it's tons and tons of different.
But guess what? That's what emergency fund is for. Why don't you have one of those?
But that's different than knowing about your credit.
Emergency fund. That's talking about.
Hey, you remember I was talking about pacing the show? Like, you should have learned something over there. You're taking it to new levels that we ain't ready on.
My bad.
How you spell that?
Emergency. I took some of that shit the other day. I was sick.
I understand what you're saying, but I just feel like that still feeds into not knowing how to do these things properly.
No, I do think that, hey, we do have to gain knowledge, but I also think that in the grand scope of things of reparations, I feel like we have to think realistically. We can't think like with hopes. Like realistically, if you give our population 10 grand, we all know 5 people who are blowing it. We all know 5. We do.
Hey,
you know,
I would hope it's more than 10 niggas right now. That's gonna turn your 10 into 50.
Think about all the people that you know, right? That you are really close to, right? Give them 10 grand. How many of them use it responsibly? Out of 100% of the people that you know, that you really interact with on a day-to-day basis that are black, give them 10 grand. How much of them use it responsibly?
About 0.
Hey, are you being dead ass? Or you?
I know a couple people that.
But I think a lot of people gonna use that money as
It's like a tax, like tax reform.
To fucking. It's 10 grand's not that much.
No, I'm just saying like
That's just a number.
I'm just using that as a number.
I think there'll be riots if you give me 10,000 for reparations. Nigga, I'm fighting you.
No, bro. What I'm saying, I'm just saying.
I get your point wholeheartedly.
I'm just saying.
Wholeheartedly, I get your point. I don't think that nobody will be responsible. Not say nobody. That's not smart. But I don't think that maybe if a bunch of us came together and created some coalition and we all threw our 10 grand in the pot, we can say shit. But throwing motherfuckers 10 grand every now and then. It's a couple baby mamas out here who claim enough kids and they get that shit once a year. So, and I mean, she ain't opened no Nelson's line yet.
No, I'm just saying, but that's what I'm saying, that like that's where monetary. First off, reparations period one, I think is going to be super hard because I don't think we agree. 2, I do think if it was monetary, I think people would blow it off and then it would start another riot of we didn't get enough, or people wouldn't use it to the point to where we should do it for something that is worth.
Just don't tax us for like 20.
Bro, I think
it's gonna be like
the best
75% reparation tax.
The best reparations to me would be clearing clearing all of our debt.
And I don't feel like that's a fair game too, because what if I bust my ass not to accumulate debt?
I think clearing debt, business stipends.
I think business stipends, grants. I think that
scholarships.
We should be taxed different. I really do.
So on a lower bracket.
I feel like shit. My check should be, nigga. If I make fucking $30 an hour, nigga, I want fucking $30 an hour when my check, nigga. I want my net to look at my gross. And it should be the same. I want that shit to be identical.
So you don't want to be taxed at all.
Okay, but see,
basically.
but then that's
realistic.
That's another thing where I don't think people would agree, because if you making like our taxes,
so
like hold on, and
I'm saying just like that, to where maybe they don't have to shell out a lump sum of money, yada yada yada. I'm just saying, hey, you African American, you are taxed at this rate until 50. Wait, she should be a long time, because we still been putting in. What
about making all universities free?
For black people go to college, then that's just gonna water down the value of a degree. That's exactly what that's gonna do.
Yeah.
Oh, you got one too? Hey, nigga, hit a mop, nigga. Fuck out of here. That's shit.
But this is kind of like I said, like a while. When we talk about reparations, I always come to the point of like, what will really make us happy? What?
And that's why I'm like, the money, to be realistic, I think it's gonna be money if we get in.
Because I think that's the only thing people can agree on is money.
And they'll be cool with that because they know what's gonna happen.
They know they're gonna get at least 50%
Louis,
back.
Fendi,
that's what I'm saying.
all that shit is go. Oh my god, the stock is
many
going.
record labels gonna start?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be mad
Record
labels,
labels,
barbershops,
oh my
everything.
God. I think Dave
Barbershops,
Chappelle
car
I'm okay
washes.
with that. I'm okay with people starting, even if it is
No.
a record label
but-
or barbershop. I'm okay
no.
with that.
Hey,
that's not-
because
that's
they
not-
doing.
but at
I
the
feel
same
like that's an
time,
investment.
anything-
That's not a Gucci belt.
But it's a one thing of a smart investment.
Why is the barbershop not?
that's
You
like-
was just saying that's a necessity earlier. A haircut.
No, we're not
So
saying.
why is the barbershop not a?
It's the
But
record label.
it's the
It's
amount.
record label.
It's the amount that's gonna come.
Yeah.
Don't start the
It's gonna be
record
like
label.
And like he said,
3,000.
What if it's a record label that's giving like disadvantaged children jobs at the?
That's cool, but can you?
Hey,
It's
hey.
cool, but but after that
Hey.
money, can you fund that?
Fuck them kids.
Like,
Rappers are disadvantaged.
But yeah, I think it's like I said earlier. I think it's just gonna push fast forward. We get it. The people who are on track do what the fuck they supposed to. They gonna get to where they need to a lot faster than people who are not. they gonna take them steps
And
back.
I think it'll
Just
cause chaos with other nationalities too. Like the Chinese people will be like, "Oh, we were in internment camps, and all we got was an apology."
No,
All that shit that happened to all of the other
Japanese
cultures
people
that
got
happened to us
reparations.
too.
The Japanese people got reparations. The Native Americans also. You
Some
talking about
na-
40
some-
acres and a mule? They physically
some
have
Native
land.
American-
Yeah.
And what happened?
And those.
I hate when people make that point because Native
they
Americans,
came and
they
fucked
got
that
land. No, they got put in fucking prisons and they called them reservations, and now they damn near extinct.
That's true, and that is why when he said have our own communities, I was like, nah, nigga.
You see how that
So
happened?
like, I'm
Everyone's a
aware.
target.
I am aware of like having that shit, but I'm saying there was some acknowledgement.
So with the whole not wanting to have our own communities, do you feel like the whole Black Wall Street thing wasn't a good concept?
No, I think that because it was Black Wall Street and you can Google Maps that hoe, then it would fuck to attack. That flame didn't start itself.
But at the same
Wait a
time,
minute, wait a
people
minute.
are
You
more
gotta expound on
educated
that.
today than they were at that
I'm
time.
saying it's because they were a network of a physical location, and there was the way they were moving and operating was in one designated spot. They were a target. If I'm able to, we all go out and do our own things as a people, and we can reconvene and come together and do whatever.
But you understand that wasn't like an anomaly. That there were
But what
Black
I'm
Wall Streets everywhere. That's just the most famous because of what happened to it, because of the terrorist attack on it.
Black Wall Street. There was a
Harlem in the 20s.
In Harlem, I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Where was the shit in Oklahoma?
That's what Black Wall Street.
Okay,
was.
and there was some shit in Georgia.
I don't know.
There's multiple instances
Yeah,
to where
there was-
people they centralized and then that shit was.
And they were forced to spread.
I don't want to centralize nowhere. No.
I don't think that's a bad idea.
My nigga send me a text. No, I'm not centralizing anywhere. All of a sudden, why the fuck is raining for fucking 40 fucking days in a row and everything's fucking flooded?
So this nigga, you think these niggas is Noah now?
Nigga, I
better do
guarantee,
those Googles,
nigga,
nigga.
y'all niggas better. I'm telling y'all, they gonna. If we all centralize in a certain area, I guarantee you, the ozone gonna be fucked up there in no time.
The water gonna
We
be fucked
man,
off.
How the fuck we get a tornado, a fucking hurricane, and a fucking volcano out of fucking nowhere? Like, where the fuck does volcano come from? It should just erupt. Because y'all motherfuckers want to get together. Stay the fuck away from each other. Email me. I'm be over here holding it down. Y'all niggas be over there holding it down. And so we don't have to be, because when I don't want.
I guess what you're saying is you don't want us all to be in a one community. You want us all to go
Fuck
out
no.
and
Fuck no.
implant in multiple different communities.
And implant
And
and
then-
spread your seeds every fucking
Yeah,
way.
nigga.
And put
Oh,
chocolate
yeah.
and vanilla often. Often. Like,
Nigga, that's the future for real. Though.
Like,
That really is the future.
That
I
really is
don't
the
really,
future.
don't centralize.
So do you not believe in supporting Black business? So
That's
Black
not what I
business-
said.
I'm asking. Yeah, you didn't say. If you said it, I wouldn't have to ask.
I think,
I like when Jazz gets spicy.
Bro, she's selling the fuck out of him, bro. It's the fact that he immediately stopped. He was like, whoa.
I'm not gonna argue with them. I refuse. I just gonna shut the fuck up. You see how I'm wild. I'm just like, oh.
Every time she asks a question, just what? Okay.
See, I'm staying at a 3. I didn't go past a 3. I'm right here at this level.
Don't make me take my belt off.
I'm sorry I wasn't clear. I'm gonna. When we talk about this, we apologize for shit that we didn't. That's
I agree. We shouldn't. I don't want a bunch of smart Black people in any area at one time.
And just because we don't have to be smart or think of ourselves as better or upper echelon to get shit done. Any of us can get shit done.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts by supporting Black business. I think I've said it umpteen times. The way we started this version of the podcast is because I was supporting Black business. I'm just that nigga.
It's true.
I'm not lying.
Usually that's true.
And I think that the ideal of us going just like you said with the Native Americans in a way they have been. I think that was intentional. What's happened to them is not an accident. And I feel like if we was to do something like that, we'll be signing ourselves up for the same fate. So my ideal is for us to take what we can and go back and do what we want with it. I don't think we should go meet anywhere and create some Black Wall Street.
If we do, we ain't telling y'all niggas where it is.
Exactly. No.
I just-
Secret society.
Yeah, we'll
That's what
send
we
y'all
need.
a.
Yeah.
We need a secret society.
That's just. And maybe I'm wrong in thinking that, but the ideal of, I don't know. I think that shit. I think it will burn.
I think that's
probably
a logical
literally.
thought. I think that's a logical thought.
So ideally, not ideally, realistically, what do you think we're gonna get?
Nothing.
Or should.
I don't think
we're gonna talk about what we should get.
I don't think we're gonna get anything.
I don't think we're gonna get anything.
Yeah,
we get outvoted every time.
Yeah, I think it's past the point. Okay, the only way we're gonna get something is when we become the majority.
So we need people in power.
No, not that majority.
Oh, he's saying
like
keep putting that chocolate in the vanilla.
When we get closer to, because actually really it's Hispanic that's gonna be the majority soon, but it's when we get closer to the majority, and that's we're at 13% of the population here.
I think as time goes on, it's gonna be harder and harder for us to do because we are in a lot better situations. It's the fight's not over, the war is not won, but we are in a better situation, and the people who are gonna be making those, I guess, because in order for us to get reparations, it's not just gonna be a bunch of black people voting on it. No, it'll be unanimous. And so for our counterparts, our white people or people of different ethnicities, if they've only seen this version of us as a people, they not gonna be able to, I guess, maybe feel that way. They're like, y'all niggas straight, right?
No, I think y'all
niggas cool. They gonna turn.
He got a Gucci belt on. He's good.
No, I definitely think our generation won't see it. Like I don't think I'm gonna be alive to see us get reparations. I think the further out we go, the closer.
But if our generation doesn't get it, we're not gonna get it ever.
No, I don't
believe that.
No, the farther that we get, the less they even think about slavery.
It's true. I don't think the generation under us even.
They don't even think of it the same.
I don't agree with that. No, I don't agree with that because the generation below us and our generation to a certain extent has brought along movements like Me Too, has brought along.
I'm talking about people with teens right now.
But what I'm saying is that that generation is going to follow.
But we were teens too, and we didn't care when we were teens. I just think they just young right now.
The Me Too, it was actually started by a black woman. That her movement was hijacked by some white folks.
She gets credit. She
gets credit. But when we talk about situations like that, even with the way the gay community have come together and fucking they shake shit up to where when we have conversations they be like, oh shit, we can't say that because it's just that they have banded together. But
that's okay.
It's in large part because white males are afflicted by that, and that the Me Too shit is like it's not just our fight. That's what I'm saying.
No, yeah.
The reparation shit is us by ourselves. So the lines are blurred when it comes to different movements. This is us on the island by ourselves trying to make it back to the mainland. Trying to get a piece of the mainland. So because of that, I don't know. Am I optimistic? No, but the fact that it's a conversation, and I don't know if it's like in legislation right now. I doubt it. But if it is, I think that's shit a step within itself. So
they trying to get niggas uteruses. They ain't worried about us.
I don't know what the fuck that meant.
What are you talking about?
Hey,
I know what he is. I'm not fucking.
They are. Hey, I saw. You don't want to. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
All right, go ahead. We gonna get into that.
Now I think where we at on time,
bro. we about there.
Yeah. See, I think
we talk about the.
I think we taking this shit to
we on what's that 2 now?
To all the levels we can. You think motherfuckers gonna listen to us for 2 hours, bro? You think we producing enough fire, man? For 2 hours.
I mean, they'll stay, but they gonna have shit to do. They gonna have to come back.
Nah, but fuck all that. Y'all got to do it straight. Hey man, I'm grateful. I appreciate anybody who's came out listening. Am I cutting anybody off besides you and your weird shit that you on right now? I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that you. I meant these two and this lovely lady. And does anybody else have any open issues about expectations, entitlement, and reparations?
I wanted to hear what she said. Did we say anything wrong? Did we offend women?
Do we offend women? Do we say bitch too much?
We didn't say that. I think we didn't say.
We didn't say bitch for real that much today.
Nah, fuck all that. But she listened to all the episodes.
I listened to the first episode.
The second one, I'm
not gonna lie. I didn't like what you said you was entitled to. I ain't like that.
Oh,
Fuck outta here. I'm not looking for yours.
What are you entitled to? What are you entitled to, John?
Oh shit, we ain't
As a woman.
What am I? I feel
Yeah.
like I'm not entitled to anything. I
So-
feel like
come on, Jazz.
We're in it up. Let's turn the mic over here. She ain't gonna do it.
I have a real question though. So y'all are entitled to have sex whenever y'all want to have sex, no
Okay.
matter what.
No, we're being
is
realistic.
going
Okay,
on.
okay.
That's
A
being
lot of
real.
it is in jest, but we do. Okay,
There is an expectation.
Like,
to say entitled that's the
Yeah.
joke.
But what
That's-
are we talking? Are we
that's
talking
the,
like?
that's the joke, Jazz? That's
Are
the
we
joke.
talking like 100% engaged? Like I'm getting a cardio workout from this right now?
No.
Like
no.
Are we talking
I
about
just need you
like?
to be moist.
I don't even need that. You don't even have to be awake. Just have her sleep and move your legs to the side. That's it, bro.
Just let me do it.
I'll leave it alone. That's
I just
it.
didn't want to do it myself. That's all it is.
Thank you. He said it, so I didn't have to.
Okay.
That nigga called.
Okay. I don't have anything to say to that.
But y'all, you don't feel like there's been times where you look at your husband and you like, my nigga,
Yo,
Like if a roach,
like right here.
like if a roach came in and like, hey, my nigga, you need to go kill that, or you know, like that, right? You don't feel like
I just feel I'm such. I think it's just the way I am. I have a hard time asking anybody, no matter who it is, to do anything for me. So 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna go do it myself.
Hey, she said that as like the light from the room has hit her ring and it like blinded her a little bit. Don't hear all that shit, Jazz. You full of shit.
you go through her phone, it's probably mad shit like, hey,
Yes,
make
man,
sure them clothes folded.
And he
motherfucker.
He hated. Like he was out, and I had to ask him to like get a bag of sand, and I felt weird, like because my dog. Like it's a hole and I'm scared she's gonna get under the fit. So I asked her to get him to get back. I felt weird asking for that. Like it's normal to like ask your husband to get
You
in.
marry him, goddamn.
Well, no, it's not.
Hey, in her
I wish
defense,
you and my wife need to talk because my wife has no, hey, yo.
Hell no, leave him alone.
But
Yeah.
see, he's like honestly, he want me to ask him to do more. It's just me. It's like
she's
don't
telling the truth.
feel
That's why I
comfortable.
fuck with her because I don't think she's like I don't say like regular, but
She's a whole nigga.
really,
For real.
really.
She got more muscles than me.
Bro, ask for some sand. I wish that's all my wife asked. You pick you
Man,
up
I
some
be
sand?
saying, man, I be motherfucker. You sleeping in the motherfucker. I be dishing all the
You
sand,
need to
niggas.
fill a hole? No, my wife really don't be like, She asked me to do all the shit that I don't like
Hey,
doing.
Jason asked us to
course.
wrap it up like
Okay,
an
my bad.
hour
I'm
ago.
sorry.
I ain't never asked. I was just saying.
You just saying,
Hey,
y'all-
I just-
One
Y'all talking too
normal
much.
time slot has been passed.
Hey, we ain't got no normal time. I feel like if we can pull a motherfucker in for this long, my nigga.
No, if we could do that, that shit is we're the shit.
We'll
see.
We'll
If we
see.
can do that.
We gonna get
If we
feedback.
could do this more than just this one episode, if we can have
We're
more
gonna see, man,
episodes.
but that's not the goal. My goal is to deliver great content with conversations that don't happen in everyday life. That's all I got, my nigga. Like shit. Y'all have tuned into the OETKB podcast. I appreciate y'all for helping us reach our new high score. And we young enough to not give a fucking shit. And
All that shit.
we out.